While the Great Smoky Mountains National Park will always be a great resource to soak up natural beauty in the area, the small towns and cities that surround the park can sometimes go unnoticed by tourists without prior knowledge of the area. Even for locals, there is great adventure and cultural education to be had in the mountain towns that surround the park. To truly understand the Smoky Mountains, you must interact with the people, descendants of both European settlers and Native Americans. Once you immerse yourself in the cultural charm these mountains share with their inhabitants, you will understand why these places are so sacred. The first place you need to visit is Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Considered a tourist town by the majority of Americans who recognize the name, Gatlinburg also serves as the gateway to the Tennessee side of the Smoky Mountains. For centuries, this area has been used not only to access the mountains above, but traverse through them as well. Before European settlement, Gatlinburg was simply a worn trail used by the Cherokee and other Native Americans as easy access for successful hunts. As the Little Pigeon River wandered these lands, so did the Cherokee. They would follow it up through what would eventually become Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, and eventually into Gatlinburg. Once there, they could traverse the summits of the Smokies into modern-day North Carolina. Europeans didn't truly settle the land until the beginning of the 19th century. Originally named White Oak, the young town would live in relative peace until the Civil War. In the late 19th century, advances in technology along with the Industrial Revolution would bring loggers to the Smokies. This began the steep climb to Gatlinburg's tourist reputation as the town became flooded with workers, both living and visiting the area. After the opening of the Great Smoky Mountains National Park in 1934, the town boomed. It became the tourist haven that most people see it as today. But for tourists and locals alike, it's important to experience a little bit of the culture while in Gatlinburg. There's nothing wrong with visiting the typical tourist traps like Ripley's Aquarium or Dollywood, but try to make an effort to dig into the culture a bit. Go to a locally owned restaurant or bar, find an artisan, take a historical tour, go enjoy the views. There's plenty to do in Gatlinburg to expand your cultural understanding of the area, and you will come out appreciating the area more than ever before. Next on our list of cities to visit is Townsend, Tennessee. Townsend serves as another important access point in Tennessee to the Smoky Mountains. Originally founded by loggers in the early 20th century, the town has been known locally as the quiet side of the mountains. Tourism plays a much smaller part in Townsend than it does in a place like Gatlinburg. As is the case with many places in the Smokies, the area now called Townsend was previously inhabited as far back as 4,000 years. The Cherokee didn't arrive until later, near the beginning of the 17th century, but they occupied this territory for hundreds of years. If you're in search of a scenic drive through the mountains, the parkway through Townsend is where you want to be. Filled with backroad curves and forests as far as the eyes can see, you'll be begging to get out and explore. This is the town you want to visit if small, local shops and restaurants are what pull you in. There's no shortage of mom and pop businesses and lodging throughout the town. Or if you're looking for something a little more resort-like, then the world-renowned Blackberry Farms would be first choice on your list. Townsend offers a lot more options for those who want to enjoy outdoor adventures, such as fishing, birdwatching, general exploration of a diverse ecosystem, and other daytime activities. If you're a down-to-earth quiet type, then Townsend will complement you well. Third on our list of cities is Fontana Dam, North Carolina. I would define Fontana Dam more so as an area than I would a city. There are small towns that surround the actual structure of Fontana Dam, but visiting here is definitely all about the region. Built in 1944, Fontana Dam and the lake that it creates mark the southwestern boundary of the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. The Appalachian Trail crosses the top of the dam on its way to the Smokies. Originally built to supply power for vital industries in World War II, Fontana Dam has now evolved into a place full of recreation and exploration. Nestled in between the Smokies and other national forests, you will find a sufficient amount of camping, hiking, boating, fishing, and more throughout the area. Beauty truly surrounds you everywhere around here, no matter what activity you plan to take on. Fontana is one of those places you have to experience to appreciate its natural wonder. If adventuring aimlessly and experiencing nature around you interests you at all, then Fontana is one place to check out. Fourth on our list is Bryson City, North Carolina. Located on the southern side of the national park, Bryson City sits smack dab in the middle of the Smoky Mountains. With historical lakes and forests within reach, Bryson City offers so much for a small mountain town. The Cherokee played a massive role in the development of this town, as one of, if not the most important archaeological site of the Cherokee still exists here today. Named Katua, the village is considered to be the Cherokee's oldest and most central town. Thankfully, this site is back in the hands of the eastern band of the Cherokee Indians today. Beyond the city's natural mountain charm, it houses the Great Smoky Mountains Railroad, which is a historical railroad that offers tours of the greater Nantahala Valley. Additionally, you can find many outdoor activities to spend time experiencing here while delving into the culture of the people and the place at the same time. Bryson City is a must-visit for those who seek an authentic mountain getaway with little mainstream tourism. And finally on our list is Cherokee, North Carolina. If you're looking for a place where American life meets Native American life, then look no further than Cherokee. Also located on the southern boundary of the national park, Cherokee is the official capital of the Eastern Band of Cherokee Indians and has a population comprised of nearly 75% Native Americans. While some might recognize this as the location of Harrah's Cherokee Casino, there's so much more to be discovered in the form of Native American culture. A multitude of trails and historical tours litter the area, as well as real artisans performing their crafts that date back hundreds, probably thousands of years. If there was ever a place to learn about the society and culture of the Cherokee, it's Cherokee, North Carolina. Instead of reading about who they were in a textbook, it simply takes a drive down to Cherokee to immerse yourself in their traditions and their ways of life. I can't think of a better way to understand those who lived on the land before us. By no means is this list meant to contain the only places you need to visit in the Smokies, but it gives you a start. Take your time and meet someone new while being in an unfamiliar place. You'll find yourself enamored with the stories and lives of people in the Smokies.